Alright, let's talk about 7 signs your body is quietly breaking down after 60. Once you cross 60, your body doesn't suddenly change overnight, but little things start to feel different. You notice small shifts, nothing dramatic, just subtle changes that are easy to brush off. In my experience working with older adults, I've seen that the body usually gives quiet signals first. Not loud warnings, just small signs that something needs attention. The problem is, most people ignore these signs until they become harder to manage. Feeling tired even after rest is incredibly common. You might sleep, or at least you try to, but when you wake up, you don't feel refreshed. Your body feels heavy, your energy feels low, and even simple things take more effort than they used to. Many people immediately assume this is just part of getting older, but in reality, there are often a few underlying reasons. One of the most common is dehydration. As we age, our sense of thirst becomes weaker, so we may not realize we aren't drinking enough water. Even mild dehydration can make you feel tired, dizzy, or sluggish. Another reason is nutrition. Skipping meals, eating too little, or not getting enough protein and nutrients leaves your body without the fuel it needs. And then there's movement. When the body stays still for long periods, circulation slows down, which can make you feel even more tired. A simple routine can help here. When you wake up, don't rush. Sit up slowly, move your arms, rotate your ankles, stretch gently, and drink a glass of water. If possible, take a short walk, even if it's just around your home. These small actions signal your body to wake up naturally. Over time, you may notice your mornings feel a bit lighter. I remember a client in her early 70s who always felt drained in the morning. She thought it was just part of aging. After starting a small routine of stretching, drinking water, and walking for a few minutes, she told me she finally felt like herself again. It's amazing how little changes can make such a big difference. Feeling unsteady or losing balance can show up in subtle ways. Maybe you feel slightly off when walking, reach for support more often when standing, or turning quickly feels a little uncomfortable. Balance is something we often take for granted, but it plays a huge role in everyday safety. Changes in muscles, joints, and even inner ear function can affect balance. Ignoring this can increase the risk of falls, which can lead to serious injuries. But the encouraging part is that balance can be improved. You can start very simply. Stand behind a chair and hold on to it. Shift your weight from one foot to the other. Feel how your body adjusts. If you feel steady, try lifting one foot slightly off the ground for a few seconds. You don't need to push yourself. Even a few seconds of practice each day can help your body relearn stability. Make sure your home environment is safe as well. Good lighting, no loose rugs, and supportive footwear can make a big difference. I worked with a man in his late 60s who was nervous about walking around his kitchen. After practicing a few minutes a day with a chair and improving lighting in his home, he told me he felt more confident walking around his own house. Small, consistent practice can lead to big results. Muscle weakness is another subtle change that often comes on gradually. Tasks like standing up from a chair, climbing stairs, carrying groceries, or even holding objects may start to feel harder. Muscle mass naturally decreases with age, and when muscles aren't used regularly, the process speeds up. The important thing to remember is that muscle can still be maintained and even improved, no matter your age. You don't need a gym or heavy weights. Simple movements are enough. Try sitting down and standing up from a chair a few times in a row, using your arms if needed. Over time, try to rely on your legs a bit more. You can also lift light household items or use resistance bands if you have them. Even small efforts, done consistently, help your body stay stronger and more independent. I had a client in her 70s who struggled with stairs in her home. By doing simple chair stands and carrying light groceries regularly, she gradually regained strength and independence. She noticed that everyday tasks became easier, and she didn't feel as exhausted by simple movements. It's a great example of how small, consistent actions can pay off. Poor sleep is another common issue. Sleep is one of the most important parts of health, yet many people struggle with it after 60. You may find it harder to fall asleep, wake up multiple times during the night, or wake very early and can't go back to sleep. Poor sleep doesn't just affect how you feel the next day. It affects memory, mood, immune system, and even heart health. There are gentle ways to improve sleep. Keep a regular sleep schedule by going to bed and waking up at the same time each day. Reduce screen time in the evening because bright light from phones, computers, or TVs can confuse your body's natural sleep signals. Create a calming routine before bed. Sit quietly, dim the lights, take slow breaths, or listen to something soothing. Avoid heavy meals or too much caffeine late in the day. I once worked with a man who had trouble sleeping through the night. After creating a simple evening routine with stretching and quiet reading, he began sleeping more consistently and reported waking up feeling more refreshed. Small changes in sleep habits can have a big impact on energy, mood, and overall health. Stiffness or regular body aches are another sign that shouldn't be ignored. You may feel stiff when you wake up, or after sitting for a long time, your body feels tight and slow to move. Many people think they should rest more when they feel stiff, but too much rest can actually make it worse. Movement helps bring blood flow to the muscles and joints, which reduces stiffness. Gentle stretching is very effective. Move your neck slowly from side to side, roll your shoulders, stretch your arms, and flex your feet. Even a few minutes can help your body feel more comfortable. Warm showers or applying gentle heat can also relax tight muscles. I worked with a woman who used to feel stiff every morning. Just 5 minutes of gentle stretching before breakfast made a noticeable difference in how she felt throughout the day. Forgetfulness or mental fog is another early sign. Some level of forgetfulness is normal. You may forget names, misplace items, or lose track of what you were doing. But keeping your brain active can help maintain mental sharpness. Read regularly, talk to people, engage in activities that require thinking, like puzzles or simple games. Even recalling past memories or telling stories can stimulate your mind. Staying socially connected also plays a big role in brain health. A man in his 70s began spending time with friends, reading daily, and practicing small memory exercises. Over time, he noticed his memory felt sharper, and he had more confidence remembering daily tasks. Mental exercise is just as important as physical activity. Feeling lonely or emotionally low is one of the quietest but most important signs. As we grow older, routines change. Social circles may become smaller. Family members may be busy. And without realizing it, loneliness can slowly settle in. Emotional health is deeply connected to physical health. Loneliness can affect sleep, appetite, energy levels, and even heart health. That's why connection matters. You don't need a large group of people. Even one meaningful conversation can make a difference. Call a friend, speak to a neighbor, spend time with family, or step outside and be around others. A woman in her 60s shared with me that simply having one weekly conversation with a neighbor lifted her mood significantly. Emotional connection, even in small doses, has a powerful impact on well-being. Out of these 7 signs, which ones feel familiar to you? Remember, these are early signals. Your body is asking for care, attention, and consistency. The most important thing is that you can still respond. Start small. Drink a little more water each day, move your body gently, keep your mind active, and stay connected with others. You don't need to change everything at once. Small steps, done regularly, can lead to meaningful improvements. If you recognized any of these signs, consider sharing them in comments or with people you trust. It helps others feel less alone and creates a space where people can support each other. Take care of yourself, one step at a time, and remember, it's never too late to start. I'll see you in the next video.